What's going on, guys? My name is Lewis. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to show you exactly how I made my first 10,000 with 3D printing. If you've got a 3D printer or you're thinking about getting a 3D printer, you can monetize them. I'm going to show you exactly the steps I've taken to monetize my 3D printer and many 3D printers I've got now. So I'm going to take you over the shoulder. I'm going to show you exactly how you can get started in a few simple steps. Obviously, number one is you do need a 3D printer. They are coming down in price, so they're a lot more affordable than what they used to be. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the computer and we're going to show you exactly what I did and how I did it and what you can do to get started today. And obviously, I'll give you some advice on potential 3D printers you might want to get started, and also yeah, we'll just go through it and we'll see from now. Okay, guys, right, let's go to the computer.
Okay, guys, so we're over at Thingiverse, and this is exactly where I came when I first started out with my 3D printing business. Okay, so I came to Thingiverse. Um, I saw that there's obviously, if anyone that's into 3D printing will know that there's loads of different files on Thingiverse. You start out by going through, onto these websites to print stuff for yourself, for your own personal entertainment, usually. And then later on down the line, you tend to think of, oh, how could I monetize this? Because you get friends or family. This is what happened to me. I got friends and family and people that wanted things to be printed. So therefore, I then started to look into, oh, maybe I could sell this. So I could find this file for them, which, depended on what they wanted, for example. So uh, what we're going to do is you're going to come over to Thingiverse. There's thousands and thousands of different files. This is just, the first screen. As you can see, there's loads and loads of different pages, and there's a search bar at the top. Most of you might be familiar with this, but I'm saying this for the people that are just completely new to it or just thinking about getting a 3D printer. But many of you obviously know. So yeah, for example, you can click on a file. Let's click on these Flexi Geckos. And let's have a look down here. So you see this one here. These files all at the bottom have different licenses. So this license here is under Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike. So with this particular license, you would be able to sell this. You would be able to use this file from what this person has made, and you could 3D print these geckos here, and you could sell them, because the license that they've put this, when they've uploaded this, the license that they've used is an open source license, so you can use it. Obviously, I'm doing this video, but I just want you to clarify this with a lawyer or some sort of professional to seek legal advice on this, because I don't want to be leading you down the wrong path. But this is what I've always done. Many people do it. Some people frown upon it because they may think, well, you're using other people's designs for profit. But if they've put it up there, in my opinion, and they want to let people make money off the design by printing it themselves, and I mean, at the end of the day, you still got to do the work, because you got to print it, package it up, send it. You still got to do your own work with it. But that might be a bit controversial, but I'm just telling you what I've done. So if you click on it here, you can see what the license is, so that you are free to share, copy, redistribute the material in any medium or format for any purpose, even commercially. So you see here, even commercially. So you can use this file here. This is the legal file, so you can use this, and you can upload this to your, for example, your eBay, Etsy, whatever platform you're selling on. I'm going to show you Etsy today, because Etsy is the one I first started on. So you could take this file. So if we go back, um, here we go. So yeah, there will be some files on here which will be under non-commercial, so you won't be able to use them. But if you scroll to the bottom, see this one here, non-commercial. So you cannot 3D print these out, these vases. You cannot 3D print them out, and you cannot sell them, because the seller, or sorry, the person who made the file, where's their name? Their name might be somewhere on here. The person who made the file, Fluid Prints, doesn't want anyone to sell this commercially. So you can print it out for yourself and put it in your house for your personal usage, but not commercially. Okay. So you have to always scroll to the bottom to have a look at what the license is before thinking about putting anything on Etsy or any platform you want. And also, what you want to do is, if you do find something that you like and you think, okay, that's okay to put on, print it out yourself first, print out the file, print out this vase, and take your own pictures. Do not take the pictures of what the seller has done unless you've contacted them to ask them for permission if you can use the photos. But by the time you do that, you may as well have just printed it out with a low infill and then taken professional photos yourself. That way it looks unique, just in case this person's got it up on any website. So yeah, so that's basically, you can search in anything you want at the top, practical, whatever you want to do. So you can search for anything. There's literally thousands and thousands of files, or you can design your own. You don't have to use any of these files. You can design your own files, and you haven't even got to come to Thingiverse. But this is just what I did when I first started. I did use the commercially available licenses, or you can go to somewhere like Patreon. But for now, we're just thinking of Thingiverse. You've got Thingiverse, and you've got Printables. So there's loads of different websites like this. Okay. And then what we're going to want to do is, you're going to want to create an Etsy account if you've got one. If you haven't got one, you create an Etsy account. I won't have to go through those details with you because everyone can do that. It's quite straightforward. You think of a name, blah, blah, blah. Now, when you come over to your Etsy, you come to new listings. So you create a listing, you put in your title. So let's do one together, shall we? Let's go back to where we're going to go. All right, we'll take that. Let's go on to this. I think this is commercially available. So what we'll do is we'll scroll down. Okay, yeah, that one is. Here's the images. So it's a playing cards dispenser. So title, let's call it playing cards. Playing cards dispenser. Obviously, come up with your own title. You be unique. Photos, you're going to upload the photos. I'm not going to do that here because you can figure that out. You can take your own photos, upload them onto your computer, etc., and then upload them onto Etsy. Description. Most important thing of description is width, height, depth. That's what I do. And then once you open up this file into whatever, Cura or Bamboo Lab or whatever software you're running with your 3D printer, you can then take this file and get the dimensions for it. Find out what the dimensions are for it, because your customer, you may have lovely photos of it, but they might want to know what the size is of it, and not specifically this, because obviously you can see it fits Uno cards. But anything else, so if we come out of this for a minute, anything else, like say this Pokemon ball thing, someone might want to put something in it and they want to know the dimensions beforehand, or this soap sponge thing here, they might want to know what size it is so that they can, fit something in it, or whatever the case may be. So always find out what your dimensions and things are before you actually upload anything to, before you upload your listing. So I'll just write that here. And obviously the most important thing you're going to want to do is, I like to copy this because it does say share alike license, but I like to give attribution. So if I just copy that, it's got the person's name in it. I just put it at the bottom of my listing. So it's got who it's by there. So that I'm giving credit to the person whose design it is. So if anyone did want to, find this person and find their design, or whoever it is or whatever it is, they can contact them and get in touch with them. And I'm also showing, respect to whoever this person is who designed this. Okay. So that's what I do. I usually put, I have more information here about the item and things like that and what it's used for, because the more information you put here, the more keywords that you put in here, the algorithm on Etsy will help you out in you know, to place the listing high up in the rankings. So you're going to want to put all that here. Obviously, you're going to want to price it. Just say 10 or 10.99. Obviously, inside, I know in Bambu Lab, if you go into Bambu Lab, because I have Bambu printers, X1 Carbon, etc., it will tell you the size of this. When you go to slice it, it will tell you roughly how much filament you're going to use, and then from there you can figure out a price. Obviously, you're going to want to add some profit on top for yourself, because we're trying to run a business here. This is what we're trying to do. So that's what we're going to do for that. And then quantity, I like to just put 100. I put 100 in there just to keep it topped up. And then here is the core details. Is it a physical item, digital? It's a physical item. Who made it? I did. I made it. Is it a finished product? It is a finished product because we finished it, we printed it, we cleaned it up, processed it, and it's made to order. Okay, it's made from scratch. Yep, that's how we did it. Handheld, guided. What tools used to make this item? Handheld, computerized tools, machines. Yeah, 3D printer, CNC machine. Yeah, so we'll go for that one there. It's a physical item. Category. We'll do card holder. Let's go down. Let's place card holders. Card. Let's go to games. We'll put that in games. Where's games? Have I just gone past it? Books. Party games, yeah. So we'll put it in party games. We'll put it in here. So that's the category it's going to be in because it's Uno is a game. You can add your materials, your colors, secondary color, tags. This is the most important thing. So Uno, cards, game, games, holder. You're just gonna want to put in as many keywords as you can. As you can see, I've got 8 left. So you're gonna want to put in as many keywords as you can to help the algorithm, to help Etsy locate where your listing should be, and so people can find you. So that's paramount. That's very, very important. So make sure you fill these tags up. Okay. Material, we're gonna go PLA because most people print in PLA. Yeah, click add. And that's it pretty much. Obviously, you're going to want to add a delivery option. So depending on where you are in the world, your processing time and things like that. So you can add that, but you can add that in a different section. You can create your postage because obviously different countries, it's going to be different for postage and things like that. I like to offer obviously Etsy does returns and exchange policy for 30 days. So if your customer's got any problems, you can, return, refund them or return items to them or whatever the case may be. They return items to you. And this one here, you can put it on automatic. What this means is every time your listing expires, say that 100 I typed in, so when that completely goes, it usually automatically continues the listing. Whereas, and obviously I think over a certain amount of time, I said every 4 months as well, the listing will automatically renew itself. Whereas sometimes I keep mine on manual because I want to monitor the listing and then readjust it afterwards. But that's, you can leave it on automatic. And then obviously down here, you just hit publish, but where we haven't filled everything out, that's where it is at the minute. So this is pretty much a listing done. And then you'll come onto your website on your Etsy, and you'll see that you've got your first listing. And that is literally how I started and what I did. I took things from Thingiverse, like I said, took things from Thingiverse, and I just kept putting more and more and more and more items on there. And things which I thought, sometimes I put things which I think, wouldn't sell. I just put everything up there. I think on my Etsy shop now, I've got around 400, 450 items on there. That's just one of my Etsy accounts. Like I said, I sell on a lot of different platforms as well, but we can come onto that in different videos. But yeah, this is the first one I had, and this is how I started it. Like I said, there's other websites, Printables, and other places you can do the same thing. So that's my first that was my first thing I ever did. Okay, guys. So try that. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments below and I'll answer any questions. And obviously I'll do some more videos on different things and how I got my business up to where it is now. All right, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye.